In today's video on the topic of Google Ads, we will be discussing about CTR or the click-through rate and also the CPC or cost per click. Friends, as you all can see here, we have the Google's dashboard open in front of us and have it live here. And since we are a digital marketing agency and work for different clients and run various ads for them, so we have now opened up a live campaign here. And now here, I will start with explaining and teaching you the entire concept. And what is CTR and what it does, then how can we improve it, then what is CPC and its types, about CPC and how we calculate it. So we will learn about everything today, because these are all the things that will be useful to you when you will be running the ads. And if you are able to understand all these concepts well, then that is going to be the major difference between a beginner and a pro level expert. Friends, the first thing that we are going to be talking about here is CTR. So now what do we understand by this CTR? Click through rate. Okay, so we'll be calling this CTR here. So when you will see here that a campaign is running, and in this campaign you see this term interaction rate in places. So basically this interaction rate is only what we call CTR. The click-through rate is also known as the interaction rate, and so both terms are known as the same thing, nothing different. Now I will explain in depth what this CTR is. So now here in this place we will remove it, and now we will be seeing how the CTR is calculated, and I will be explaining it. Friends, if we will now have to discuss how to calculate the CTR. So then say you started to run a particular ad, and so now in that particular ad, as you will be able to see here, that there is a total of 4200 impressions that came. So let us assume it to be 10,000. We will assume 10,000 impressions, okay? And then in this place, the number of clicks that we got, that is the number of people who saw it, and that is 10,000 impressions. 10,000 impressions. And so this means 10,000 people saw our ad. And how many people clicked? So here the interaction refers to the clicks. Okay, so now we will start assuming that those all who clicked on it. All right. And so then 100 people clicked, okay, or 200 people clicked, whatever it is. And thus then this became a click. So the impressions, the clicks will be divided by the number of impressions into 100. So when you will be doing the calculations here, so after that you will be getting the interaction rate here. It means what is the CTR that we are getting from that particular ad. So we get that answer here. Now the biggest question that comes up is that what is the CTR that we have? So let's say that if 10,000 people saw our ad and 100 people clicked on it. So from those clicks, we then roughly got the CTR value of around 1%. So what percentage of CTR do we need to achieve or see to know that our ads are performing well? So if we talk about search ads, then there are campaign types like search ads, video ads, display ads, and then various types of other ads. So then everyone's CTR cannot be of the same type. If one has a lower CTR, it will be considered better, and if they have a higher CTR, then it won't be so. If we will talk about the search ads or about the PPC ads, so there it depends on industry standards, industry to industry, and also from product to product. But then an average comes out of somewhere around 3 and 4%, which is at the end considered to be a good CTR. If the CTR for all the search ads is coming in at 20 or 30%, or if the final value is coming in at 15%, so this is a bad indication that we will be getting. Why? You can say that the CTR looks good and people are seeing and clicking it, but you're saying it's bad. So now why is this considered bad? See, inside a search ad, there is a particular ratio where an average comes out of 3-4%. If let's say your CTR is 5 or 8 or even 10%, even then we accept it as good. But if it's even higher than that, then what happens in that situation? It can be your competitors who are doing it, or you are getting the clicks from the specific keywords from which it should not show or are not relevant for your ads. Meaning the quality leads are not coming in, or the quality traffic we need is not coming in. These are the maximum cases that I am telling about, but that doesn't mean that there cannot be some exceptions in this scenario. There are some exceptions where the CTR is good and their business is also doing well. But then all those exceptions are created and made. It doesn't just happen overnight. And for that you need a lot of old campaigns and a lot of data on your side. And on top of that, you have to be working at an expert level. You can only then will be able to attract quality leads or quality sales with a better CTR. But for a search ad, so that with a click-through rate between 3 and 4% is considered as a good interaction rate. And here if I now talk about the video ads, so then let's say we are showing a video to 10,000 people, and out of that video we would get views instead of clicks. And out of that, if we get views, let us say that out of 10,000 people and around 2,000 people viewed it. So then for the interaction rate, the higher it is, the better it is for video ads. It is as people are interested in watching that video. And then there's another factor. So when someone is watching a video, let us say that around 2,000 people have watched the video, then what percentage of people watched only 25% of the video, and then who watched 50% and who watched the entire video? So this matters. Now you all must have understood what this CTR means. CTR is calculated by the total number of impressions, meaning how many people saw the ad. And out of those, how many clicked on it. So clicks divided by impressions multiplied by 100 is CTR. So like that you derive the CTR, and I hope the concept of CTR became clear to you. Now we will be talking about CPC, which stands for cost per clicks. This is also very important in Google Ads. It is, as we are paying Google for this feature only, we are paying for pay per clicks. CPC, cost per click. Now what we will be basically talking about is, what is this CPC? Friends, as you can see it here, you are looking at an average cost. The CPC is around 23 rupees, 24 rupees. Let's consider it 24 rupees. 23 rupees 85 paise. This is cost per click. And then here we had run a particular campaign in the past. How many impressions were there? How many people clicked? What was the interaction rate? And average cost per click that we incurred, the amount of money that we have spent on PPC. So we have spent 7,200 rupees. And if we got so many clicks, then each click costed us around 24 rupees, right? So what do we call this? We call this CPC, or cost per click. Clients want to be sure to get the most out of the cost incurred. So the lower my CPC is and the more quality leads that I will get, then higher the profits for that business. And if we will get more leads with less money, then their conversion charges are higher. Or if it is an e-commerce business and they are selling some online products, then there with a few number of clicks and with a small amount of money spent, they will get quality traffic, where the chances of selling more of those products will be higher. So now in both of these cases, there is an advantage, and CPC is also coming less, but it's not quality traffic. So then you are making a mistake. You're not targeting the right audience, or you are not targeting the right keywords to be used, or there is some problem with your ad somewhere. So every digital marketer will be having the goal, or the goal of every business is to get the best CPC and to bring in the lowest CPC rate. And in this particular course, you will be learning all of these aspects as we have been running ads for our clients. So our target is also to know it, as we do not know what the cost will be for the ad and for the CPC. And we will get the lowest rate as it depends on many factors. I will tell you all about it. And I just told you what the CPC is. So like the CPC is basically cost per click, and the CPC or the cost per click is always different for each keyword. Let us say that in this campaign, I am going to be targeting 10 keywords. So there are 10 different keywords, and for some of them, the CPC could be 50 rupees. And for the others, it could be 100 rupees, 10 rupees, or could be even 25 rupees. Okay, so this is known as the CPC, which stands for cost per click. So Google tells us that if you use this keyword, then its cost per click could be this much. And here the cost is also going to vary. Now, why do we get an average here? See, it is so as in one campaign, there isn't just one keyword, it has multiple keywords. Some have more and some have less. So we get an average on that plus. The next thing is on what day your ad is being shown. And when do the advertisers come to the setup there with both the higher bidding and lower bidding. So even there, the bids go up and down depending on that particular keyword. And so there's also an averaging based on the day as well. So that is why we are able to get an average CPC for a campaign here. And so on the basis of an average, our CPC is going to come out like this. When a campaign is run and then it is optimized, the results are improved. Then after that, the CPC setup is able to take shape and it is profitable for our business and it is running well. But then now in the case of each and every performance marketing agency like us, So our goal is to always optimize our clients' campaigns and to achieve the best possible cost per click setup for them. And we create cost per clicks so that the business grows, they get more profit and higher margins. Now, the main point here in CPC, and we understood it as well as average CPC. And so we are going to now understand in depth that how the CPC is actually calculated. Also, how does Google carry out calculations for the actual CPC and give the campaigns an ad rank? Now, when we talk about the actual CPC and how does Google do all the calculation for it, then our mind must be spinning with all this bidding and all the other stuff involved in this process. So how is it calculated? There is a formula for everything. So first, let's understand it. So look, in the actual CPC, how is it calculated? First is the competitor's ad rank. It is the ad rank of your specific competitor. And then this competitor's ad rank is much lower than yours. For example, let's say this is 16. This particular ad rank that is coming. And this ad rank is yours, it's 16. And the ad rank of 12 is also there as well, and there is 8 also, but the one below your rank is 12. So the competitor ad rank score below you, meaning if your ad rank score is 16, then the competitor below you is 12, right? Now this value has to be then further divided by your quality score. So what is our quality score? You can see here that our quality score here is 4, right? Understood? I hope you did. Now in this part, 4 divided by 4. So then after that it is 12 divided by 4 plus 0.01. And so then we will be able to finally calculate your actual CPC or the actual cost per click. In this way, friends, please do not get very confused by all these things here. Because look, some concepts are easy to grasp and then there are some which you understand as you work more on them, right? The more number of times you will watch the video and practice, the more you will understand. Here, after this, we will be explaining in detail the scores and then what is quality score. And then after this, what is ad rank. So we will be teaching you all about it. So I hope that you have understood everything related to the topics of CTR and CPC very well. And your concept was cleared. Thank you.